demonstrate how hard the trap trips right now. You can hit it pretty good because of the weight of the deadfall trap has some difficulties. A couple of times animals came up to it and got on the bait, but it didn't trip. The problem is the physics involved. The heavier the log, the more weight on the trip stick. The more weight on the trip stick, the harder it is to trip. So what I'm going to do is create a trap that's very sensitive. I gathered a bunch of spruce roots, and that'll be what I use to put the trap together with. So this will set against the log on the one end, and this will get against the Paiute trigger. If it gets touched a little bit either way, it's going to want to fall. And that should give me the energy I need to trip the trap easier. You can see the point of the stick is against the Paiute trigger. And this is pivoted, so if it pivots either way, it will finally hit the trigger and pull itself off. But once it hits the trigger, the weight will be already coming over so far that it'll be impossible to stop it. The other side is in a point so that it will easily rotate. This deadfall is an all-natural trap. Everything is held together with spruce roots and sticks and logs. Let's watch as we trip the trigger. You can see it took very little to get it to go. We had a skunk come in last night and actually tripped the trap. That trigger worked beautifully for a light trigger. However, he must have been just to the side where he didn't get under the log. So what we're going to do is we reset it, and I added a little bit of insurance onto the top of the trap. What I did is I took 2 poles, chopped them off about 4 feet long, and got some more lashing from a spruce root, and I tied it all together in there. And that makes my area of kill much wider, allowing me to have a better chance of contacting the animal. The unique thing about this trap is that trigger will fall either direction and trip the trap. It's shaped sort of like a tomahawk. I'll call it a tomahawk chop trigger with a Paiute mount. You can see there's a point of pivot there, and there's a point to pivot there, which really makes the trigger very sensitive. The haired trigger, but I'm not going for rabbit. The deadfall trap worked. Last night we killed the skunk. It's the same skunk that's been tearing up my lawn for quite a while, so I'm happy to get him. He got caught under one of the logs that I added to the side to make the trap wider, to open the area of kill zone. Unfortunately, the rain and the storm was so great last night that I believe the motion detection on the camera could not pick up the skunk when he came in, so I don't have anything on film actually showing the skunk getting killed. But you can see here where he got caught under the side log. So with the Paiute trigger and the Tomahawk chop deadfall, we were able to create a very sensitive trigger that caught the skunk. So what did we learn from this? Well, I didn't get it the first time. I had to do some improvements to the trap. I had to make the kill zone wider. I made the trigger more sensitive. Why did I do these things? Because I wanted to get the animal. So if you have a game camera and you are practicing deadfalls, look at what's happening and improve your trap so that in the future the animal is killed easier.